Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Alice. I do vlogs and reaction videos. Today we are reacting to Sandbox by the All American Rejects. The only reason I'm actually reacting to this video is here I got an ad, I think it was on Facebook, ad that All American Rejects have a new single, and since I think this is the first album they're gonna produce in 13 years or something, and I'm like, what? And then it got me thinking, right? I haven't heard anything from the All American Rejects at all. Maybe going back to my childhood, I've only listened to the Move Along album and self-titled album when I was a wee child, maybe 9 or 10. Yes, I know, I was listening to All American Rejects when I was 9 or 10. But then again, I was also listening to a lot of emo stuff when I was 9 or 10. Fall Out Boy and Green Day, for example. But then again, also by the time I was 10, I was listening to 60s, 70s, and 80s stuff as well, and 90s stuff. My music taste is all over the place. Then I got into classical, but I think the biggest influence on my music taste would have to be my parents, because my dad was into the 60s, 70s, and 80s music. For example, he would always play his records. Yes, records. I grew up with his records of Billy Joel, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, ABBA, Prince, Rod Stewart, etc. Then my mother, she was into classical stuff like Beethoven and stuff like that, but then, I don't know, I kind of shifted towards the 90s, and then kind of just whatever was popular in I think it was the EDM boom of 2012-ish back then and stuff, and what was popular in the top 100 and stuff. But now I've kind of just mellowed out of I'll just listen to anything that I'm in the mood for. If I'm sad and depressed, I'll go and listen to emo stuff. If I'm want a therapy playlist, I'll go and listen to Taylor Swift or whatever. But yeah, and then if I want to just get all my anger out, I'll go really hard rock, Metallica. So I don't know what to expect with Sandbox. Well, I mean, I still listen to Move Along and self-titled album here and there, kind of because some of those songs are in playlists and stuff, but I haven't actually fully listened to the whole entire 2 albums since I was 10. So it should be interesting. Okay. Okay. Camera green. What? This is definitely about war. Okay, Sandbox is thirsty. Don't know who Sandbox is. Maybe it's a metaphor for something. Outside the bombs are bursting. Yeah, okay, definitely war. A war-torn city or state or somewhere, wherever this person is. You see the children play in camo green. I think what they mean by camo green is as in, when you use green screen, when you use green screen, you can hide stuff and do stuff like that. So I think that's what that's alluding to, that people don't see the children, and then morning tea, a couple of casualties, as in a couple of kids have died. Merrily, 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 we all fall down. Here come the Heather. Look at the bullseye. So Heather may be people who don't give a shit about genocide, or not just genocide, but killing children or killing people in general, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I actually like the music-wise. Oh, hang on, chorus. Ooh. Definitely vibe. Hang on, what? And the toy soldiers set sail, so propaganda? Maybe, question mark? I don't know, I'm kind of lost on the lyrics a bit. Even the bully knows war is hell, so bully referring to maybe the opposition leader of another country, America, or whatever, I don't know. Where is the beauty in the madness? Well, there isn't. That's the point of that lyric. There is no beauty in the madness. I guess. The sandbox is thirsty. So I'm assuming the sandbox in general is a metaphor for somebody. Unless the sandbox refers to... Because we don't call it a sandbox, we call it a sand pit, really. Like where kids play. Saying that the sandbox, like the sand pit or whatever, has the blood of innocent children on their hands. Or something, I don't know. I'm just going there because it's talking about war and, like, bombs. I like that madness. Ooh. See, now it's gone all quiet again. It was, like, really hyped up with the chorus and then... Nope, it's back to, like, sort of guitar and stuff. And heavy music. They run hot sun dinner. So, something to do with one side having slingshots and maybe the other side have got cap guns. What's a cap? Oh, it's like one of those plastic, sort of shoots plastic caps, that gun. Slingshot, I know what slingshot is, but then, and the cannons cry. What? This is maybe a metaphor of maybe two kids who are stuck in the middle of it. And then they're like, oh, don't worry, Billy, we're just having fun. Kind of shrugging it off for the little kid to not worry about war or whatever when the other kid's gone to fight. I don't know, maybe, because I'm kind of lost on that. When will the battleships capsize? Which should be an S, by the way. We don't spell capsize with a Z American spelling, but okay. So we don't have any ships left. Look for the whites in their eyes. So isn't that like after you die your pupils turn white or whatever? Or whatever? I don't know. You crack a smile in the sadness. So as in, okay, so like you're the only one left in this hell of everyone's dead around you, kind of, maybe. Hang on. I kind of like how they do the, like, stretch out the sadness and madness. Again, it's gone all quiet again. And then there's, like, voices. That's creepy. It's like voices at the end. Yeah. Like, sort of like kids screaming or sort of playing in the background or whatever. That's really weird. Great song, not gonna lie, great song. Kind of lost a little bit in translation of the lyrics, but I'm assuming it's talking about war. That's what the gist I've got of it. It's definitely nostalgic, very upbeat. What else can I say? The riff, the plucky guitar riff, kind of does remind me of Gives You Hell. In that sense. So again, nostalgia, going back to maybe me being an angsty kid listening to Gives You Hell and imagining that song saying those things to my bullies back in the day. But anyway, when I searched up, apparently there's so much hate going around. I have no idea because people are saying, oh, it's a shit song, this, that, and that. Without listening to it, like, there was a whole subreddit and people were defending and fighting each other because some people were saying it was a shit song and whatnot. But I'm like, I haven't listened to it, so I didn't really understand what was going on there. Maybe I won't. But another thing interesting is that this was released on April 25th. April 25th, if you don't know, if you're not Australian, is our Anzac Day, which is basically our day that we pay our respects to our soldiers who have fallen in World War I and World War II. Basically, it's just a day of mourning and day of pay the respects to, people who fought for our country in World War I and World War II, and especially Gallipoli and things like that. But it's not just Australians, but it's also, New Zealand people as well. Haven't left you guys out. So it's quite interesting that they released that on Anzac Day. But again, it's interesting that they're released on that day, I feel like, when we're trying to remember soldiers who fought for our country and New Zealand, for example, and that they release a song about war. But then again, Ukraine Russia, and then there's Israel and Gaza and everything going on in the world, so maybe they got inspiration from that. I don't know. Again, I'm very lost on the translation of the lyrics, but it does definitely, as I said, give song vibes from back in like early 2000s, like as in 2002 and 2006 vibes. I can't wait for the rest of the album, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to react to the rest of the album or not. Maybe not, and I'll just listen to it in my own time. Yeah, so that is my lyric breakdown. Not very much of a breakdown. I'm sorry about that, because I kind of got lost in the translation of the lyrics. But other than that, yeah. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.